Have you ever used brands such as Bounce laundry detergent, Johnson& Johnson, Coppertone sunscreen products, Degree deodorant, and even L'Oreal makeup? These are just a few examples of companies still using animal testing methods for their products today in 2023. Imagine a syringe being forced down your throat to inject a chemical into your stomach, or being forced to breathe in sickening vapors for hours against your will. This is what animals experience on a daily basis with animal testing. Hi, my name is Emma Carezzi, and today I'm going to be discussing the cruelty of animal testing and why you should not support companies who still use animals against their wills. To begin, what is animal testing? An animal test is a scientific experiment where a live animal is forced to undergo something that is likely to cause them harm or suffering, according to PETA organization. It is used to assess the toxicity of products such as chemicals, medicines, and even pesticides. Not only are they used for governmental testing of products, but even classrooms use this method as a way of teaching and is known for quote unquote saving money. The most common types of animals used for testing include mice, rabbits, fish, cats, and even dogs, which are pretty much known as domestic animals, except for mice. Not only is animal testing considered cruel and unethical, but published studies show that almost 90% of animals who have undergone testing have developed abnormal behaviors such as psychological stress, social isolation, and confinement to boring enclosures that they're forced to endure, PETA says. As of now, government regulations allow the test of animals within the US and also most other countries around the world. Most of these animals suffer and go insane by rocking back and forth, pacing endlessly, and doing repetitive motions within their cages that they're held in. There are also some who end up biting their own flesh or pulling out their own hair. And this is all because of animal testing and them being used against their will. The US has little to no restrictions for animal testing, so they are allowed to burn, shock, poison, isolate, starve, drown, and become addicted to drugs, and also become brain damaged with usually no painkillers involved, leaving these animals to suffer and likely die. Next, animal testing is not usually effective for human medicine testing. According to the Humane Society, 92% of basic research, which involves animals, fail to lead to effective treatment for humans. So, say there is a clinical trial for a human medication drug, and they use animals to test this medicine on. It likely passes with the animals, but fails when used on humans. So this method is usually not effective for these types of medicines. In addition to this, more than 95% of new drugs that test safe on animals go on to fail in human clinical trials later on. And these clinical trials occur after the animal testing and after it has passed on the animals. Animal testing wastes precious resources and lives just for the experiment to be ruled unsuccessful after completion. Millions of animals die shortly after being used for these types of experiments. There are several alternatives to animal testing, including tests using human cells and tissues that do not cause harm to neither animals nor humans. And this is a great way to protect our animals and also have successful trials for these human drugs and also products that are used for humans, such as like laundry detergents, cosmetic products, basic hygiene products like body washes or deodorants, basically any products that are typically used for animals. I highly encourage you to discontinue using products that have been tested on animals and look for safe alternatives. Some companies that do not test on animals include CoverGirl Cosmetics, Seventh Generation, which is a baby company that produces products for children and infants, Method, which makes cleaning products and hygiene products and basically lots of household items, and Tom's, which makes self hygiene products, for example. All of these companies do not use animals and they use safe alternatives to make sure that their products are safe for usage for humans and any other live animal or live person. All in all, animal testing is cruel and unethical, and I highly persuade you and encourage you to go away with using products that the companies test on animals. And this not only protects the life of all these animals, such as the mice, dogs, stray cats, fish, and all of these types of animals, it protects their lives and also protects the reputation of companies. There are lots of safer ways, and this not only will help the well beings of these animals forced against their wills and makes you persuade other companies to do away with this type of testing. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed.